Hello, everybody. I'm GL1. Welcome to my online toy museum, and I'm going to talk some more about how the Masters of the Universe and the Ninja Turtles have morphed together. The pattern continues. Episode 418, we went over this fella here, Krang, who's mixed with a giant troll, giant from HeMan. Kind of an obscure reference, though. And then Slaker, so, a evil snapping turtle, and then Faker mixed together. So 418, you can look at the review on that, and you can see, Krang is inside here, and there's a Krang right here from Beck's Best Action Figure. It's covered up here by this price tag, but you can see, so I will open that up too, and we'll take a look at that. But anyway, let's get to the turtles. And all right, so also we've seen where He-Man got goo on him. He turned more muscular, purple, and bad. And he got the weapon, actually, that the WW Eternia universe Faker John Cena got. Isn't that a mouthful? But Faker John Cena had a red version of this. Actually, is a little bit smaller. But so He-Man turned bad. He lost, I guess, the sword. His hair turned green from the ooze. And these are the biggest arms He-Man's ever had. So, all right, so that happened. Well, not to be outdone, there is a Michelangelo that's recently come out who has become the captain of Cowabunga, and he is taking on the He-Man role. So what's notable about this action figure is you have, some real kind of like plastic chain pieces that are mobile. So that's kind of cool. Get a little bit more motion on that. Of course, the usual great articulation of these newer figures, and has a little bit of a ratchet sound and movement to it. So you kind of lock it in place. So you can hear that on the knee too. And so you have all the motion around there. And then he's got a turtle shell on his back, which can come off if you don't pull it off too hard. Because you could take his armor off too. See that? But then that will snap on. And this becomes a shield. And also can hold a sword. But I assume it can also hold his nunchucks. So you can stick those in there. All right, so a set of nunchucks in there, and then you can get that to fit into his hand. All right, so now he has a shield. All right, so his hair keeps moving forward. So the hair comes off. All right, so then he's a turtle. Now, all of these come with a comic book. Now, the comic book, I read it, and I put it down somewhere, and I've been looking for it, and I don't remember where I put it. But they also come with instructions, and it shows you all the different parts that you can mix and match with other figures. So I think that this actually looks pretty cool. If you pop the head off, they pop off pretty easily. And then you can take He-Man, and then there you go. Now you got He-Man, Turtle. All right, so with the armor on. And then you can take this and put that on there if you want, right? All right, so that's something that's been happening. And then also we have Teela, right? Let's see, we have April O'Neil as Teela. So, or no, maybe it's Teela as... Yeah, all right. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, so it's Teela fighting with the turtles. Okay, so she has a turtle shell armor, but she's not part turtle. She just has the armor. But, all right, you can see it's a pretty detailed figure. Has an awesome sword. Okay, and she can wear this either as a shell, or she can hold it as a shield. There, so... There you go. All right. Well, it's a little confusing because there's so much going on here. because we also have a new He-Man, Stealth Ninja He-Man, but it's also part of the Turtles of Grayskull. So what is his turtle part here? We're going to open it up and find out. All right, so we pop the lid off of that, and it also has a comic book in it. All right, so I do have a drawer where I put all these comic books. Eventually, they make it into that drawer so I don't lose them. But as you can see, quite detailed drawings. Tells you what's going on. And it's just the continuing adventures. So it looks like, oh, this guy's in it, huh? Krang and the giant troll. All right, so that's the comic. And you can buy this. Hopefully not from Amazon where it's overpriced. I was lucky enough to find it at Target. You got to be careful with that Amazon. Yeah, I tell you, with that Amazon, you got to be careful because they're just itching to overcharging nowadays. It used to be Amazon. I mean, they still have great deals, of course, but you know they make great deals for themselves too. So, and if something is, the lower the stock goes, the more they charge you. So, cut all these little nylon tethers here. All right, so Stealth Ninja He-Man. And let's see where this goes. Well, it looks very tired. It looks surly or tired, right? So it's got the typical sword here. So I guess this might be He-Man trying to hide among all the bad guys, and maybe right before he gets hit with the ooze and turns purple. Maybe that's what's happening here. So like that, and then this, I guess he puts that's like a mouth guard. Maybe to protect him from Stinkor. So you got to pop the head off. This is like that big Superman with the armor. You have to take the head off to put his mouth guard on too. All right, so, oh my gosh, who is it? We have no idea. Oh, now you really don't know. I mean, who is that? Who's dressed like that? I mean, remember when Megatron, in one of the movies, was a truck and he had like big green tarps on him? Yeah, that's what He-Man looks like now, right? Looks like a big tarped Megatron. And you can take the sword, and if you didn't notice, you can stick it right there and there. So if he's got to, use both hands, there's a little turtle shell armor. All right, nothing wrong with having turtle shell armor and turtle shell shoulder guard. And you know what? Even that looks kind of turtly, doesn't it? So, all right, yeah, turtle shell there. Okay, so there you go. Stealth armor. Ninja He-Man, which has been as high as $50. Insane. So anyway, they should never do that to toys. That's crazy. It's just a piece of plastic. Well, several pieces. All right, so there we go. That's Stealth Ninja He-Man, but there's more. This one I've been really waiting to open up. This is April O'Neil as the Sorceress from Channel 6 News. All right, well, let's open that up. Okay, so got her out, all the nylon tethers off. All right, so a little tight. This is, the plastic's cold, so I'm not going to bend it too much. This is one of those instances where you want to warm the plastic up either in some really hot water or just maybe the room temperature will eventually warm up. But look at the biceps on her. Look at that, sticking out as far as the anterior deltoid. So that's quite a bit of bicep there. And you can see the tricep development. All right. So really muscular action figure. I wonder how that compares with our Teela. Let's see. You see? The Sorceress is definitely a lot more muscular. Look, Teela's just got a regular arm. I mean, I know it's kind of hemmed in there with that metal brace there, but, you know, you can see that I think that they made the Sorceress definitely, look at that. I mean, she has really been working out. All right, so, and look at the giant. Look, it's like a magic hammer. So it's like a crystal ball and a hammer. But here's the coolest thing, the wings. So you just take that, stick those, plug those right in here. And then look at that, the Sorceress wings. That's really beautiful, actually. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm glad they made this figure. This is really neat. Actually, I like the Teela one too. I think they're really cool. I mean, there's just so many, you know, cool male action figures over the years. You know, it's nice to have all these new female ones that didn't really get as much, I think, attention sometimes. Although Snake Armor Teela is really cool too. So, all right, you can see it's a little smaller here and there, so that's, you know, presumably so you can have her holding it like that on both spots. All right, and let's see, her comic book. Let's see if it's He-Man in a half shell. Oh, you know what? It's the same comic. It's the same comic as the one that came with, yeah, there he is, look. It's the same one that came with the Stealth Armor He-Man. Okay, so that didn't forward the story at all. All right. I do keep the card backs, though. They tell a story, you know, they give you details about the action figure, and they're easier to store. It's just so much storage, you know, if you try to save everything. All right. Now, we have this. Maybe some of you have really looked forward to Splinter Skull. So, this is, there was the King Gray Skull that preceded all the He-Man. That, actually, I can show you that figure. So, all right. So, this is King Gray Skull from Revelations. And you can see similar armor. Yeah, look, see how he has this furry thing up here in the cape? You know? So Splinter Skull's going to have that too. So let's open that up and take a look. So look, they even have like instructions of what you can do on the side here. Just pull that out. And, you know, it comes with pieces to build Metal Botto. I am not going out of my way to build Metal Botto, but if I end up getting the pieces, you know, little by little, just because there are figures I wanted and it comes with it, great. But I'm not going out of my way. I don't really care about Metal Botto. All right, so we got all this nylon to cut out, so I'm going to pause it and do that. All right, so here he is out of the package. Let's compare him to, all right, the original King Gray Skull. Okay. Oh, Splinter Skull's got huge arms. Look at those. All right, great detail. All right, and oh, look, an articulated tail with a joint, and it comes out just in case. All right, that's good. And all right, it's got long arms. And they're big. I wonder how they look next to this giant He-Man arm. Yeah, giant He-Man is still bigger. All right, so got there, and then this can go on the back here like that. But we also have this, so he can wear that in case his neck gets cold. So it just looks more regal, right? So look, he even has the braids like King Gray Skull. All right, so it looks really regal. And then put that shield in his hand. It's very flexible plastic, so that's good. And you can see he's even got little fingernail details, like a rat. I don't know. How's he going to hold that? It's kind of an awkward, I don't know. Maybe he would hold it the other way. And then kind of flip it up. It's just awkward. Okay. Well, it's just awkward. Yeah. Okay. So that's the shield. All right. So, but we have his pike, which can come out there. There you go. And it's glowing with some kind of like ethereal energy. Eternia energy. Kind of like Energon and Transformers. All right. There you go. And drops that awkward shield. And I wonder if you can put the shield under here. Probably. This is kind of a... You know, the problem is that if the handle was the other direction, that would have worked better. Okay, so it's under there, but all right, it kicks that back a little bit. But it's not too bad. All right, well, did you know that there's another King Grayskull? If you haven't seen some of my other shows, I have the original, really, really cool King Grayskull. Check it out. So this is online. This is HeMan Classics, and he doesn't ride a tiger, he rides a lion. Take a look at the mouth, and it's got the great articulation, kind of like the HeMan Collection dinosaurs. Double joints. You know, you have your torso joint, tail joint. You can see that there's a tail joint up in there. But King Grayskull himself, it's got the braids. And I'd say this is based pretty much on a 7-inch size figure, maybe 6.5. It's bigger than a 6. It's kind of before they were doing all the 7-inch figures. But it's just a little shorter than the 7-inch version of, Revelations. But you can see, just a great figure. Doesn't, oh, no, it does. Okay, yeah, this has the articulation up in the arm there. Yeah, no, it's just great. So, doesn't have the double elbows. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, see, this has a double elbow joint. These don't. The classics don't. But just still, excellent figure. Excellent ride that he comes with. And of course, as we saw, and his toe thing, his foot armor came off. But as you can see, Splinter has an extra hand. And I guess that's sort of like a, I don't know, some sort of like magic beckoning hand, perhaps. And here's another Botto's torso. So there you go. All right, so this is what is going on right now in the world of Ninja Turtles. And I wanted this figure a long time ago, but I wasn't going to spend like $25, $30 for it, or 18 or whatever. But so let's open this guy up. So, all right, so he's all opened up. So, all right, he's not rubber and squishy. He's plastic. And look, there's the little brains underneath. He's got brains all over. And he has his little, or his little portable feet. You can go like that, all right? But what else can he do is he can go inside this. And let's see how we do all this. Guess somehow, let's see, that's going to go down. I don't know, are these hands supposed to come off? I guess. Yeah, so you're supposed to pull these hands off. Okay, and then put them inside this. Close that, but then you want it to be like he's still got his hands. So, we push these in there. And they go in one way. So, let's see. There is a... yeah, they kind of have just a single way that they go in. So it's like that. Or I think you can switch them the other way. But they orient a certain way because inside you can see it's got a unique shape. So you have to fit it in a certain way to get it to fit, like that. All right, and then the feet. All right, oh, so those articulate back and forth. Okay, so there you go. There's Krang. Best action figures. All right, which makes good Lord of the Rings figures too, and Ninja Turtles. But I don't care to get, there's so much Ninja Turtle stuff. There's actually too much. That's why a lot of it's going on clearance. It's an interesting time right now because, I don't know really who collects He-Man. There's except for older people that remember He-Man, but there's a lot of He-Man stuff that goes on clearance. There's a lot of stuff that's in short supply that's really overpriced, but eventually goes on clearance if it doesn't get all bought up first. It's just kind of a weird time with toys. It's like they throw a lot of stuff at the wall and see what hits or misses. And it's if you're able to shop often and go to different places and stuff, you can come upon some really great deals if you can go to like Ross or Marshalls or sometimes certain websites and things like that. But a lot of times your stores are going to be your best places for getting the best prices. Certainly, I would say that about Target. And if you want to get things that are clearance, Ross is really great. So, all right, so there we go. There's our update on a lot of things He-Man. And I have more He-Man stuff that's Revelations scale, not the little 5.5-inch scale. So I'll be getting to that soon, too. Thanks for watching. Take care.